Hey guys, Thunderset here, bringing you a new deck that features Madolches. So, we've had a lot of Madolche cards for a while now, but they're actually pretty good thanks to mostly this card, Madolche Hootcake. What he does is you banish a card from the graveyard, and then you special summon any Madolche monster from your deck. Normally that's really a hard condition to meet in a Madolche deck because they don't have any monsters in the graveyard usually. So that's the whole point of using what grows in the graveyard, is just to utilize the Dark Verger for our Hootcake. So we're using 3 Hootcake. Another new card is Mageline. So she lets you search any Madolche monster when she's just normal summon. So it's pretty good, but you don't need too many of her. You mostly want the Hootcake as new. Then we have a bunch of old ones, which is Pudding Cess, Meshgelato, and Mufueli. So if you don't know what they do, just real quick, he'll let you special summon any Madolche monster from your hand. When he special summon, you search any spell, and she's your boss monster. She can get pretty big, or when she battles something, she destroys 1 card on the field after the battle, even if she's destroyed. So the spells Madolche get, we're using Madolche Chateau, which is a field spell, gives you 500, 500, and instead of going to the graveyard when your cards are destroyed, they go back to your hand. Here we have Ticket. Ticket's a little complicated. When a Madolche monster is returned from your side of the field to the main hand, add 1 Madolche monster from your deck to your hand, so it gets to search whenever you get destroyed. And one of its stronger effects that you won't use as often, but it's a better effect, is when one of your Madolche monsters are destroyed while a fairy is on the field, then you get to special summon another Madolche monster. But our only fairy here is Pudding Cess, so you don't really use it that often. And so just some of the common staples we're using is Hey True Nade, you know what that one does? Relatively new staple called Bad Aim. It's just fun, I like to play with it. And Powers of the Guardian, this is a staple you're starting to see in a bunch of decks because it's so strong. But anyway, so Madolches are a little better. They swarm really fast, they beat down, and they swing. They're not exactly top tier, but they're pretty fun. So I hope you guys enjoy the replays. Thanks. Like, when you're in the King of Games bracket, you're almost never running into a meta deck. No one's ever trying hard. People surrender real fast. The matches just aren't good. It makes for terrible replays. It makes for bad content. It makes my life harder. So, again, next time, I'm not gonna King of Games so early. So let's see what we're fighting here. 20 card deck at least this time. Start with another Hey True Nade. We also have Bad Aim, a card I really like. So, you know, another awkwardly weird deck. Here we get our Meshgelato, Mew. When he's special summoned by Meshgelato, we get to search a card. We search our ticket. It's our Madolche. He hits us with a Sangin. We also set our Bad Aim. Searches an unknown Synchron. This is a really weird deck from this guy. Get to swing in with our Meshgelato. He's vegan. Silent Duelist. Brings out a level 4 Magician. Uses the brand new card Psychic Wielder. Brings out an archetype Magician. So with this, let's slow this down. So, Arcanite Magician was synchro summoned. What happened was, he had a monster, he summoned Psychic Wielder. It was a spellcaster that allows him to summon his Arcanite Magician. So now his Arcanite Magician has 2 spell counters. Psychic Wielder will let you destroy a monster with less attack than you. Here we're using Bad Aim to chain off that effect. It's going to destroy the field spell since it's his effect. Uses that on our ticket for some reason. It's a real bad play. And our Chateau. We're still bigger than him. We still have game, even if we didn't have Power of the Guardians. But Power of the Guardians just always makes that difference. It's protection for all of our monsters. It's protection from any destruction. You just don't protect the card itself. That's the hardest point. So, yeah. Gelato. He opens the door for us there on that play. So if you guys have watched me at all, you've probably heard me complain about trying to get replays in King of Games. It's just miserable. I'm not good at King of Games early again. It's just miserable. It makes it so hard. And when I say that, it doesn't mean it makes getting wins so hard. It just means getting quality replays to show you guys is way more hard. Like, this guy's a 22 card deck. What's going on, man? So here we're starting with a Hootcake, Ticket, and Chateau. We start our Hootcake, get our Pudding Princess out. It's a pretty light start for the field, so we go beefier since we don't really have to search any of the spells. Usually, you want to special summon a Gelato to get either your Chateau or your Ticket. You probably prioritize Ticket over Chateau since it's giving you the bigger damage you need. So here he just triple sets. Princess, she gets 800 attack whenever there's no monster in your graveyard. So having Hootcake to banish the monsters from your graveyard is a lot of synergy for this. So here we just Hey True Nade into a 3-set. We've pulled our good little staple here, and that is Powers of the Guardian. So putting that on here, we would protect our Pudding Princess from destruction for 1 turn, and then Hootcake would be the one they'd have to attack into, pretty much. And she would be, so they would swing into her, she wouldn't get destroyed even if they're bigger than her, and then you would be able to use her effect to destroy 1 card on the field of your choice. It doesn't have to be what's attacking, and she would still be alive with Power of the Guardians. So 4k easy, 4k damage right up there. So again, I'm sorry with this deck. These are the best replays I could do. I spent days trying to get replays for this deck. You just don't fight anything competitive. You don't fight anyone trying hard. Fighting random stuff. So I tried to show you the most interesting, and I'm just trying to show you different combos of the deck. So here we're going first. This guy is using some real cheese. Elements Unite. Brings them all out. We get what grows in the graveyard. Start with a Mewcat and a Hootcake and our Ticket. So we are able to go into Mewfowl. That brings out our Hootcake. We use our Hootcake to bring out a Gelato. And from that, Gelato gets to search a spell. So you normal summon Mewfowl. Mewfowl's effect lets you special summon Hootcake from your hand. Hootcake banishes our Dark Verger from our skill. Special summons Gelato, and when he's special summoned, you get a search any spell card. You're usually going to want to aim for Chateau. It's the stronger card. We already had Ticket, so it made the decision really easy. Those are the only 2 spell cards we really run. So here you can't really attack with these monsters. So he's summoning Moisture Creature, which is virtually a card you never see. He destroys spell and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field. So that gets rid of our Ticket, gets rid of our field spell, rough stuff. He kills our Hootcake. Hootcake effect, that's every Madolche effect. When they're destroyed, they go back into the graveyard. Unless you have a Chateau or Ticket. Here we get another Gelato. We change our stuff to defense. Here he's got a Swordswoman out now. Swing with Moisture Creature. Back into the deck. Here he swings with Swordswoman. Back into the deck. Now here's an important play. We have a bad aim. Summon our Mewfowl. He special summons Gelato. Gelato still gets that search. Now here is important. I chose to search Ticket. Why did I search Ticket? For the resource game. We really need to get a comeback going here. So I also don't want to hurt myself too bad against this Swordswoman. So I don't really want to buff my monsters up just yet. So I set, kill my Mewfowl so Moisture Creature won't kill him. Then I barely swing over. See, so with Mewfowl dying, I'm able to summon, or not summon, but search my Pudding Cess. So that's why you search Ticket over Chateau. Here, Gelato attacks and the Swordswoman kills her. We get pretty lucky. He triggers our bad aim with a spell card like that. This is why bad aim's so perfect. Bad Aim's like the perfect counter to Powers of the Guardian whenever you have it set. They activate Power of the Guardian, you're able to put it on whatever they activate. Real useful stuff, real cool stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the replays. Thanks a lot, guys.